Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Gilded Tarot Royale by Chiro Marchetti, text by Barbara Moore. At the bottom here, the website is llewellyn.com. There's a couple other social media links. Feel free to check out whatever you would like to. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Illustrated by Jesse Reish. At the bottom there is the hayhouse.com website. Of course, with any of that information, if you want a freeze frame to look at it longer, feel free. Why are we doing things backwards? Okay, we can. I don't see why not. I don't see why not, but okay. Ooh, okay, so you got the Magician at the bottom here. Alright, so the Magician creates what they want. But I'm more of a fan of, like, it depends on what you're doing. In the sense of, like, we're dealing with a subject matter here. There's something, whatever this reading hits with, that's where, you know, it's like, if you're cooking and you go into a kitchen, you have to look at the supplies available. It's like if you can't go anywhere, you just, whatever's in the kitchen is what you can make, whatever's already there. And you have a lot of vegetables, you don't have any meat, and you have, like, you have all vegetables and canned stuff, and you have sugar and flour, but you don't have any, like, dairy or any meat. It's going to kind of color what your possibilities are, but you're Gemini, you can make a lot happen with that. That's kind of where this one is going, just to be fair. Because you got something here, somebody's offering you something. And I feel like there's more in this than expected. There's somebody offering you something. There's more here than expected. Like, it's the Page of Cups, right? When I think of the page energy, I think of like a 12 to 13-year-old child. I think of like somebody who's got like intelligence. They can do a lot, but they can't live life on their own. Not yet. Not quite yet. So there's a lot here. There's a lot to be had. Something's being offered. And it seems like, even like, for example, if this is a business situation, something's being offered. It doesn't look like it's that much to begin with, but there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of potential with pages. At least that's the way I read them. A lot of potential. And then you also have the Page of Swords, which sometimes relates to Gemini, having that, like, you know, looking at the world with new eyes, seeing possibilities that not everybody sees. It's kind of having that fresh look at things. More of an innocent, maybe. I feel like Gemini would immediately say, well, I don't know about innocent, but you know what I mean. Geminis are the mutable sign. I'm Pisces. I'm also a mutable sign, but it's just kind of like more of a follower energy. Not always, but tends to be. This is, something's coming your way, and it's like, that's the thing. That's the beauty of Gemini. You can see a lot of potential where other people are like, it's a rock, who cares? And you're like, yeah, but that rock might be a geode, or it may have things on the inside if you can break it open. Or that rock, if you put it over here, it could have this type of effect. You're like, that's, to you it's just a rock. To me, if I put it over here, it turns out it's actually a magnet. You would be the one who would figure it out. They just think it's a rock, but you see like the potential of like what that rock could be. Or if that rock is ground down, there might be properties that other people don't realize that you can make some things happen. Gemini would be the one who would figure that out or see that potential. Okay. I feel like whatever's being handed to you, do you notice it right off? Like, okay. Two of Cups, half in, half out. And the Emperor, half in, half out. You see potential, but you're not sure. Whatever this is, you're like, oh, that could. I got to look at it a little bit more. I got to research it a little bit more. I gotta get some samples. I gotta get some know-how here. I gotta trace down these possibilities and see what's actually real here. So it's a rock, but what's on the inside? Are there multiple things on the inside? Are there different things? It's kind of like, if I bust open this rock, am I going to find a quartz crystal? What's here? There's like, you might be looking at this situation like there could be. I know where that rock came from. There could be. It's kind of like that thing. I'm going to use rocks apparently as as the analogy. I don't know if I have a geode around here at the moment. No. There's something here in the past we just got to address. Ace of Cups. Oh, and the Chariot reversed. Whatever's coming forward, you might have a set of knowledge that partially applies here. Partially. There might be an experience in the past where something like this has come around before. You were really excited about it. You told the wrong person. And whatever that opportunity was, they claimed it for their own and they left you in the dust. Keep that in mind with whatever's going on here. Because I feel like something like this has happened before, where you talked about what was there, what could be there, how you were going to find out if it really was real. Somebody else either overheard it or you said it to them, and they're like, "Really, Gemini? You really think so?" And you're like, "I think it could be. I have to research a little deeper." And they're like, "Okay, you go do that." And they just snatched it up and walked away. You got left in the dust. You got left with nothing. Bupkis, if you will. So, if this isn't already playing on your thoughts, I feel like it's supposed to. Kind of like, all right, before this type of situation plays out again that way, let's play this differently. Let's have you get what you deserve in this one. Let's not you give out this information so somebody else can make the benefit. I feel like this is this divine guidance? Yeah. So it's almost like there may have been an injustice in the past where you got kind of screwed over. And it's not about who did it. It's not about, just let the universe deal with that on its own. This is more about, okay, Gemini missed out on that opportunity and they shouldn't have. So let's bring something else around for Gemini so that they can have the rewards that they should have. That's kind of where this is, if you follow me on it. So, I'm a believer in karma. I know not everybody does, and that's fine. But the universe will balance that out on its own. I feel like if we try to go down that road, it can just be a very dark, very unsettling road that just once in a while seems like it's worth it, but more than not created more destruction than happiness anyway. I'm just saying. So we're leaving that, whoever they were, they're their own problem, probably. Not for nothing if they lived like that. You moving forward, you're getting another chance to get something that you deserved to begin with. So be careful who you talk to. Be careful who you talk to. Secure this for you and find out what you need to find out. Center your energy on research, not communicating with the wrong people. And I feel like you know who the wrong people are. So if you're going to research this situation, like if we're looking at this rock, don't tell somebody else who's looking for an opportunity, even though they might be your friend. And I'm not saying I'm just saying just don't bring it up. Center that energy on people who you can get information. Like if you know where this geode is, take pictures, get a sample, but keep it, or whatever this rock is, take pictures, get samples of this rock, but leave it there and don't tell anybody where it is, at the very least. Take whatever you need to take to other people, show them what you got, see what goes on from there. Communicate with people who can help you move forward, not the people who might potentially snake something out from under you. Because you're supposed to have this. The Two of Cups, whatever this is, you're meant to have this. You got to be careful how you communicate, though. Just be careful. Because I do feel like there's some snakes around you. I know some people like snakes, but they move in, they get in there, they get what they want, and they move on. That's kind of what I'm getting. The snakes aren't always bad. I'm not trying to be that one, but apparently I am that one at the moment. You get what I mean. It's up to you if this is going to work to your benefit. Hold it to yourself. Be careful who you communicate with. Be careful. You're meant to have this. This is meant for you. This is like the universe is like, no, Gemini was supposed to have that. Let's put it around again. Let's bring it around again so Gemini can get it. Gemini is supposed to have this. Whatever it is. It might be literally the same opportunity, whatever that means. It's the Two of Cups is there, so be careful with that. I don't know what that means. So maybe this is another chance at romance. Could be the same person you missed out with on the first time. Be careful with that. But anyway, you're meant to have this. Whatever this is, it's meant to come forward to you. Just be careful. Be careful who you talk with. and stick with it so it works out. Just be careful who you communicate with. That's what I'm getting with this Seven of Pentacles. Keep most of it to yourself. Change the subject. Don't talk about it with certain people. Just keep it, careful. Just be very careful with it. This is meant to be yours. Over communication could cause a problem again. Talk about other things. You're Gemini. You have a lot of ideas. Talk about it in code. That way you know what you're talking about and they don't. That might work. Would that work for you? I don't know. You let me know. Talk about it in code where they don't really know what you're talking about, but you know what you're talking about. That might help it. That might satisfy your need. That might satisfy your need to talk about it. Just don't give literal details. If it's a possibility, try it. You gotta be careful who you talk to though, because somebody's waiting. So the true love come to me on its side. This fell out of the deck. This way. Is this gonna be you? Is this gonna be yours, or is somebody else gonna run in and sneak it out from under you again? I keep using snake it out from under you. It's like, what else do we say about that? It's like somebody's waiting. And it's like, I feel like when I get that energy, the change is there. I don't see snake as a bad energy. That's the weird thing that I keep using that analogy. But I feel like this is somebody who just kind of like, they feel like they have to do what they have to do and they don't feel bad about it. You want this for you. If you talk too much, somebody else might come in there and they might take your opportunity and leave. This is not for other people. This is for you. Be careful who you talk with. Be careful how you talk with about it. This can be a great thing, but that Magician was at the bottom of the deck. I'll show you it again. You also have the Magical Spell card. Magical, what does it say? Magical Powers. It's mirroring the Magician energy, in my opinion. That's how I read it. But they're saying it's up to you and how you handle this if this is going to be yours. There is the danger it'll be snapped out right from under you again. We don't want that. This is for you. You should have this. Be careful. Just be careful. Again, if you can get away with speaking about it in code and people don't know what you're talking about, but that still satisfies your need to talk about it, if that works for you, it kind of depends on you, then do that. But otherwise, find a way to don't tell people what you're going for. Keep it private. Realize that if you open your mouth to the wrong person, they're waiting. They're like, oh, Gemini has an opportunity? Well, no, they don't now. It's mine now. It's there. Be careful. Just be careful. Don't let that happen to you. I think we're there. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.